these coins out there are scams, in your opinion, that fit your criteria? And can you list a few?
Sure. There was a project called Proof of Weekends in 2017 that was based on the opposite of efficiency. Efficiency is very affordable transaction costs. Inefficiency is very expensive transaction costs. This cryptocurrency prided itself on having a 10% fee to send your coins. So when you would want to get into their Ponzi, you would pay a 10% fee that would benefit the other Ponzi holders. And when you would want to escape the Ponzi, you would pay a 10% fee that would benefit the other Ponzi holders. And so it was a very inefficient system, and it created a class of, quote, games, which are really just gambling, called hourglass games. It got a lot of users in 2017, and then it went to zero and stayed at zero and has one user per day now, occasionally. Now, 2021 comes along. Someone copy pastes that idea and calls it Safemoon, because apparently no one remembers that this has already been done before and worked terribly for everyone involved. So they do it again, make tons of money. Price goes like this, and then dies and stays dead. So if you don't pay attention to history, you're going to make the same mistakes. So now here's a problem. Another problem in cryptocurrency. Complete and total scams for a period of time outperform honest projects. It's crazy. People love scams, and they like playing this game where some people do well and other people do terribly, and then they just die. So anything that's based on a game, human beings are designed to get bored of games. It's a good human trait that we have. So anything that's based on a game mechanic, like an actual video game, is pretty much doomed to die for the most part, because human beings get bored of games. So any of these Ponzi scheme hourglass games are basically doomed to go to zero. Anything that's very few actual video games are able to withstand the test of time. Mm-hmm. Like StarCraft lasted a long time. Then it became StarCraft 2, lasted a while, and now it's dead. There's very few games that can last this test of time. So what you want, in my opinion, is product market fit, a walled garden, adoption, uptime, proof of liquidity, right? So if you want to sell your HEX right now, you can go to oneinch.io, put HEX in the top thing, put USDC in the bottom thing. If you sell $1 million, you're going to get in between 4.5% and 5% slippage with no counterparty risk, no middlemen, no sign up, no AML KYC, no begging people with selfies, please send me my money. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And that liquidity has only gone up. The slippage has only gone down. It's fabulous. And why is it able to do this? Because Bitcoin did a 6.5 million X. We only did a 4,000 X. People are locking up their money for 5.8 years. What do you think happens to something people only buy and don't sell? It's very obvious what happens.
All right. Well, let's just get to the bottom of this and we'll move on. So look, the SEC has been, Gary Gensler is now helm of the SEC. So there is a little bit more knowledge, I would say, amongst financial regulators now than before. And so they have been able to crack down on some of these scams that you were referring to. Now maybe they're clearing it up maybe they're making progress. Who knows? Who knows if they are or not? Well, let's comment on that. So let's just clear it up for the doubters there. Have you or anybody else working for HEX been contacted by the SEC or the CFTC for any breaches of financial fraud?
Never. My email address is my email address is right here. My Twitter's right here. I do live streams for 8 hours. There's never been any scent or whiff of any form of communication by any channel whatsoever towards me or anyone I know, ever.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because HEX is the opposite of a scam. Here's what scams do. They promise you the sky and the moon and the stars. They get your money, and then they just leave with it. And then that's it. That's the end of the story. You can call it an exit scam. You can call it a rug pull. HEX launched totally complete and sufficiently decentralized at launch. No more changes. The code is locked. It is done. It is complete. Bitcoin gets screwed up every once in a while because they try and fix it because it needs fixed. So they tried to make the networking faster, introduced an inflation bug. Anyone could mint as many free Bitcoin as they wanted 2 years ago. Lucky they caught it.